Hello everyone, in this video we'll be learning about Laravel authentication. Today we'll be focusing on using Laravel Breeze, a minimalistic and customizable authentication scaffolding for Laravel application. By the end of this tutorial you will have a solid understanding how to implement user authentication in your Laravel projects. Now let's talk about Laravel Breeze. Laravel Breeze is a lightweight package that provides a simple and clean foundation for your authentication needs. It comes with pre-built with feature like registration, user registration, login, password reset, and email validation, making it an excellent starting point for your Laravel authentication workflow. Okay, so now let's see how to implement authentication system into your Laravel project via Laravel Breeze. So what I'll do, I'll go to official documentation of Laravel. So let's search for laravel.com. Okay, from here let's go to documentation first, and from here I will search for Breeze. Okay, so here as you can see Laravel Breeze in the starter kits. Just open it. Okay, so in here you can read about Laravel Breeze a little bit more. If I scroll a bit, you will find this section called installation. We have a composer command here, which is composer require Laravel Breeze --dev. Okay, so we have to execute this command, this composer command. So let's open our terminal first. I'll be opening my terminal. Okay, now I'm inside the project. I'm my project directory. Make sure you are inside your project directory. Then what I'll do, I will just copy this composer command from here. Let's go to terminal again and paste it, hit enter, and it will install the composer package into your project. Just wait a bit, it will take some time. Okay, so package download is complete. Now let's move into our next command. So here we have to install the Laravel Breeze. So we have to run php artisan breeze :install. Just copy it from here and let's go to terminal and paste it here. Press enter and it will install the Breeze. So it will ask some questions like which stack I want to install it for. So currently we'll be installing it for only Blade, but if you are working with React, Vue or Solid API, you can select any of them from below. Okay, so I will just press 0. As you can see here we have the numbering here, right? So 0 is Blade, enter. Now it is asking that do we need to install the dark mode. I will say no because we don't. Then it is saying that do we need testings. So for example reason I'll be adding here no, because we are not doing any kind of testing here. So here as you can see it is installing and installation is completed. As you can see in info it's seeing that Breeze scaffolding installed successfully. Now let's go to our project. I already serving my project here and I am at the root of my route, right? So we are seeing the welcome view from the Laravel. If I refresh it, now here as you can see two new links appeared at the top, login and registered. This is basically coming from Laravel Breeze. If I click on login, it will take me to the login page. Here as you can see we have a login form here. If I go back and if I click on register, and as you can see here is the registration form. So by some minutes we just installed a authentication system easily in Laravel with Laravel Breeze package. Now let's test it out that it's working or not. Let's add here a name. Let's say John Doe. Let's add a email, user@gmail.com. okay, now let's put a password here. So let's add 8-digit password. I'm putting here 1 to 8 for testing. Let's put it here as well. If I click on register, and here as you can see we are logged into the dashboard. Look at here, in here it is showing our name. After the registration we redirect to the dashboard page, and obviously these also are basically example. This page is basically example. The main thing is the authentication system. Now without any kind of issue we implemented a full-fledged authentication system into our Laravel project. Look at here, we can see our username, logged in username. Then if you want to check out the profile, you can click on profile. We have a profile page too. Look at here, this is the profile page. Now you can customize this profile page as you want. It's totally fine, it is totally customizable. okay, and all of the feature is by default working fine. Like if you want to change the name of the user, like I'm currently logged in with the John Doe, right? If I want to change my name, if I want to add to, click on save, it will change, it will update my name. Okay, if I want to update my email also, I can add here user to @gmail.com, save, it will update my email by instance. As you can see, now we can see user2@gmail.com, right? Now if I want to change the password, even I can do it from here. I can add here my current password, then new password and confirm password, and when I will click on this save button, it will update the password. Then if the user want to delete the account, he can delete the account using this delete button as well, right? So you are seeing that how featureful Laravel Breeze is. For basic level of application, this authentication is far than enough. Suppose in your website you have only one type of user, like only users, there isn't any kind of admin side or anything. In that case, this single authentication system is quite good. It have all the necessary features. If I go to logout, and you have a logout feature as well. If the user want to log out, he can just log out from here easily. Now let's try to log in again. Click on login, and here is the login form, and I will put my email address. So let's add user@gmail.com, and the password was 128, so let's add 128. Click on login. So let's see what happened. So as you can see, it is giving me an error. Those records does not match our records. I mean, those credentials doesn't match our records. That means the validation is also working because we changed our email, remember? So it is now user2@gmail.com, and we didn't change the password, so I can add my old password. Click on log out, and now as you can see, we are logged into our dashboard page. Got it? I log out again. Then we have forget password page as well. Let me show you. If I go to login again, and here you will find a link called forget your password. Click on it, and you will find a forget password form. Okay, and this is also will work fine. Okay, if I add here my email address and click on email password reset link, so it will send a email to my this email address. Okay, then I can check my email and click on the verification link and update my password. Let me show you. Before that, as it will send a email, so obviously we have to set up our SMTP server. Okay, so let me check we already did it or not. Let's open the VS Code. I'll be just opening my project into the VS Code. Okay, so I'll be just closing all this stuff. We have to go to env, so let's open the env, and from here just scroll a bit. Okay, so here is our mail. As you can see, the mail environment variables are currently null by default, so we have to add here some SMTP credentials. Okay, let me do it then. For testing purpose, I'll be using mailtrap.io. It's basically a mail testing website. From there we can grab the credentials and put the credentials into the env. Because we are at the local development environment, this is the one of the best way to test your emails from the local. So I'll be searching for mailtrap.io, not id, it is io. Enter, and here as you can see, this is the mailtrap site. Okay, where we can test our email from local. Got it? So from here, if you don't have a account, you have to open an account. Basically it supports social logins, so you can either use your GitHub account or Google account or even the Microsoft account, right? So what I'll do, I have already created an account, so I'll go to login and log in with my GitHub account. Just click on it and it will take me to the dashboard. Okay, so here I have a inbox created. So if you don't if you don't see this type of inbox here, you just have to create one. You will get a button here in that case. Okay, From there you can create a inbox, and in free version I guess you can only create one inbox, and one inbox is quite good enough. Okay, just you have to click on it, and here you will find this drop down at the right hand side. Okay, from here you have to select your framework. So here, as you can see, we have lots of options like Django, Flux and other stuff, but we are working with Laravel, so I'll click on Laravel 7 plus. Okay, here as you can see, here is our credentials. Got it? Now let's add these credentials to our project. So the mail mailer is SMTP. Let's check it out. Let's go here. What I can do, I can just put it like this. Okay, or I can just put it side by side. For now, let's move it a bit. Okay, now here as you can see, here is our environment variables for our email address, right? I mean email configuration. First thing, as you can see, we have this variable called mail mailer, which is SMTP. So here as you can see, for this one we have the SMTP, and the mail host is sandbox.smtp.mailtrap.io. Look here, basically by default Laravel is using mailpit, so we'll be just copying this host from here and paste the host here. Okay, then we have the port. Look at here, the mail port is 2525, so I just copy that one and paste it here in this mail port. Got it? Then we have the email username and the password, I mean mail username and the password. So copy this key, and here is the username, paste it here, and here is the password, just copy it, paste it here. Then we have to add the encryption as well. Okay, so the encryption is TLS, just copy it and here paste it. Got it? Now after that we have the form address, I mean mail form address. Basically this will be our email address. So if we send any kind of email address from our application, so the sender email address will be this one. Okay, so for now this is okay for us, we'll be not changing it. If you want you can change it, it doesn't matter from now. Just open this one. So our mail configuration is ready here. Now what we will do, we have to check it out. Got it? Let's go to our browser again, and what I'll do is I will delete all of my messages from here. Okay, so all messages clear, as you can see. Now let's go back to our project. So what was we doing? We was testing the forget password feature, right? Now in here what I'll do, I will add my email and click on the reset email button. Okay, I mean reset password button. So first of all I will add a wrong email. Let's see what happened. Let's add this email, demo1@gmail.com. click on reset link. Look at here, Laravel is validating it because there isn't any kind of user like this into our database. And one thing not to mention, that if I go to Laravel, where is the Laravel? Okay, close it. Here is it. I will open the database manager, just open it, open. Okay, so here we're using this database, right? Look at here, we have a default users table. Okay, this is the default user table that comes with Laravel, and basically we always use this table for store our users, and also the Laravel Breeze by default use this table for store a user as well. When we registered a user, it created a entry into this table. If I go to data, look at here, John Doe 2. Got it? We have our email address, and in the email verified it is null basically. Then we have the password and remember token. Got it? So all the users we will create will go inside this table by default. Okay, so now when we are adding here a random email that doesn't exist into our database, it's basically checking this users table, that this email that we are putting here in this field is exist in this table or not in the email field. Okay, so it doesn't exist, so it is returning us this one. Okay, now let's add a existing email address. So let's put here user to gmail.com and click on this reset link button, and let's see what happens. So basically it is taking some time because it is sending an email, right? Look at here, it sent an email. We're getting this notification. We have emailed your password reset link. Okay, now let's go to mail trap and let's wait a bit. Look at here, we got a new email by instant. Okay, reset password notification. If I open it, look at here, in the form we are getting this email address hello@example.com. as I said, if we said any send any kind of email from our application, in the email address, it will be this one. If I change this email address, in that case it will be putting that email address as the form address. Got it? And in the to address, as you can see, we send it this email to this user. Okay, so here as you can see, we have reset button and a beautiful card here with some instructions, so user can click on either in this one, or he can also click on this one. So if I click this one, it will take me to the another page. Let's wait. So here as you can see, this is the password reset page. Got it? So from here we can add our new password. Look at the top, it's basically comes with a validation token via we are validating that user. Okay, so it is highly secured. So if I add here a new password, let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 90, and let's add again the same password, otherwise we will get error. After that, let's click on reset password. Look at here, we're getting this notification, your password has been reset. Now we cannot use the old password, obviously we have to put here the new password. So let's add here user to gmail.com, and my new password is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Let's click on login, and here as you can see, we are logged into our account. Cool, right? So in some minute we created and scaffold a total authentication, user authentication into our project without any kind of issue. We just run some commands and Laravel did it for us. Got it? Now let's check out the folder structure. Okay, we have the login views like login template, register template, dashboard template, then reset password template, and also obviously there will be logics for it, right? So let's give it a basic look that where is those files. Okay, first thing first, let's start with the routes. Okay, if I open the route, in here you will find a new file which is auth.php. in previously, if you recall, we had only 1 2 3 4 total 4 files into the routes folder, but now we have an additional file which is routes, the auth.php, where we have all the authentication related routes. Got it? So here as you can see, we have register, we have login and forget password and other stuff. Got it? So all the authentication related routes, Laravel Breeze routes, are available into this route file. Okay, and it's totally organized, so you can find out all the methods here. As you can see, we have the controllers that the actions are calling, and here's the method as well. Got it? So here is the blade file. So from here we can also check out the controllers as well, but I will show the controller later on. For now, let's check out the views. If I open the resource folder, views folder, you will find a new folder inside the views folder which is auth. Okay, open it. Here we have all the view files. So we was getting a dashboard here, right? If I go here, so here is as you can see, we are getting this dashboard, right? Basically this dashboard is here. As you can see in the views root, we have this dashboard. Okay, so we are only getting this dashboard title, this title, and it is saying you are logged in. Got it? And all the authentication related files like login page, register page, reset page, those are basically here in this auth folder. Got it? Here if I open this one is the confirm password, then we have the login blade. Basically they're using blade component for better flexibility, but you can do it on your way. You can use solid blade as well. Here it's totally fine. Design is totally up to you. You can customize the designs from here easily. Okay, so this also are the view. Now the last part, let me show you the controllers. So basically they created the middleware and other stuff. as well, but let's check out the controller. So here we have the auth folder. We have a new folder into the controller folder, which is auth folder, and here is all of our controllers for the authentication. Got it? We have the authentication sessions. Basically this class responsible for logging the user. Okay, then we have confirmable password, email verification, new password controller, password reset controller. So in previously we reset our password, so it used that controller. And we have all the controller. You can just go through all this file and check out what's doing what, right? So that's it for the basic authentication in Laravel. We'll be deep diving this, I mean, more about the authentication. So we saw just single user authentication, right? So from the next video we'll be working with multi authentication. We'll be using Laravel Breeze. It's totally fine, but we'll modify it. We'll modify and create our own authentication system. I mean, we'll be creating multiple authentication system. Like when you are creating any kind of project, like suppose e-commerce or any other POS, there will be several type of user, right? And verifying the, or you can say authenticating several type of user can be really tricky, and same time it can be done through several ways. Okay, suppose you have a admin user, normal user, or you can say customer. If we suppose it's a e-commerce website, there could be customers, there could be vendors or sellers, as you might say. So in that case you have to create multi authentication system, because it is necessary. User cannot access admin dashboard, or vendor cannot access a user dashboard or vendor dashboard either. So this sort of stuff, for dividing our users in multiple parts, we have to use multi-validation system, or you can say multi-authentication system into our project, which is really necessary. So in the next video, I mean from the next video, we'll be seeing how to convert this single auth based authentication into multi-authentication system. So that's it for this video. I hope you understand, and I'll be seeing you at the next one. Hello everyone. So from this video we'll start working with multi-authentication system. So in previously we installed authentication system into our project, and we are using Laravel Breeze for it, but it is a single authentication system. That means only user can be authenticated via this system, right? Suppose we are working with a project that have multiple type of user, like normal user, seller, admin, etc., right? So in that case you have to create a multi-authentication system. Now there are several ways to do this same stuff, but I'll be teaching you the advanced way to do that. Okay, there are some simple ways as well, but they are not that robust like this one. Got it? So what we'll do, we'll use the Laravel Breeze default authentication, and we'll be extracting all of these all of the functionalities, and we'll create our own authentication system out of it. Got it? So there will be similar type of stuff, like currently we have login and registration system, right? So we'll be just copying everything from the Laravel Breeze, and we will create our own authentication system for another user. So suppose I'll be working with admin right now. So we have a user login system. I'll create a admin login system. So it will be a multi-authentication system. So if the admin want to log in, he have to go to a separated route. So currently when we're clicking on login, it is taking us to login/login, right? So when the admin want to log in, he have to go something like admin/login, okay, something like separated route. Okay, but he will see a login form like this, and he will be login with his credential from here. Okay, but he cannot use the default login system, because the user's login system and the admin's login system will be totally separated. Got it? So that's it. Let's start our work. First of all, let's open the VS Code. Now first thing what we will do, as we are creating a separated login system, that's mean we have to create everything separate, like model migrations, right? So in previously I already showed you that in our database we have a users table. This is a default table from Laravel, where Laravel store all of the user credentials. Okay, so when we are registering a user, it is storing a data into this users table. Then it is when we are trying to log in, it is checking against this all data, right? Now when we will create a login system for admin, so we have to create a separated table as well, where we will store all of our admin users. Got it? So let's do it. So first of all, I will create a model and the migration as well. So let's clear this terminal, php artisan make model. So our model name will be admin, and I'll create the migration along this side. So I'm passing this -m flag after the command, so it will create a migration with the model. Here as you can see, here is the model and here is the migration, right? Okay, now as our migration model is completed, now let's go to code editor. As we created the migration, so obviously we have to put some data there. I mean, we have to add the column information. So first of all, let's add the column informations. Open the migrations folder, and here is our newly created migrations. And we have to create the columns, and all of the columns will be same as the users columns. So if I go to database manager again, here as you can see, if I go to table, here we have some columns, right? So we need all of this column. We'll be just copying it and pasting it into our admin. Got it? So if you check out the migration folder, you will find a users table migration. It will probably at the top of your migration files. So just open it, and here you will find this schema, and here is all of the columns. Got it? So what I'll do, I'll just copy all of this column from here. Okay, now let's go to the admin table, and I'll replace this all with the copied one. Got it? So we are taking all the same columns as the users table. Okay, now as it is done, now we can migrate it actually. So let's go here and run php artisan migrate, enter, and our file has been migrated. Now let's move into our second step. Now our migration is ready. Now we have to work with the model. So let's open the model and open the admin.php. So here is our newly created admin model, right? Open the user.php, which is our user model. Here as you can see, we have lots of stuff like fillable, then we have the hidden field like password, token, and other stuff. So from here, what I'll do is I will first of all copy everything inside the user class. Just copy it from here, top to bottom. Then let's go to admin, not here actually, admin model, and I'll just remove this one and paste the copied code that we copied from user model. Got it? Okay, so it is giving us some errors. It's kind of obvious because we didn't import those classes at the top, right? So what I'll do, I'll go to user.php, let's go to top, and I'll copy everything from here. We don't need the namespace because we are in the same namespace. So let's go to admin.php. I'll be just remove this one and paste our copied one. Got it? Okay, now here we are getting a error from the model class. This is the base class that we are extending, but in our case now we will be not using this base class, because if I check out the user.php, here as you can see, it is extending this authenticatable class. Okay, just copy it and let's go to admin.php. Look at here, we are already importing it. Okay, just paste it here. So we are extending this class instead of the base model class. Got it? Okay, now before going into our next page, what we have to do, we have to define a guard here. Okay, I will add here protected guard. I mean, I'm taking a property just. Okay, it will be admin, as we are creating a admin login system, and make sure you call it guard. If you call it anything else, it will not work. Okay, now let me give you a hint. What is this guard basically? Laravel basically use WebGuard as his default guard. It handles all the authentication parts. Basically, in Laravel, guards refer to the authentication system configuration that determine how how users are authenticated and how their session are managed, right? As I said, Laravel defaultly use WebGuard, but as we are creating a new logging system, that's mean our guard will be different. So I'm calling it admin. So there isn't any kind of guard by name this admin, so we have to create the guards. Okay, So what I'll do is I will open the config folder. So we have this config folder here. You will find this auth.php, which is our configuration file for authentication. Look at here, we have a default key here. By default it used this web guard. Look at here, guard web. Got it? If I scroll a bit, in the guards array you will find this web guard, right? So as I said, we need another guard, so I'll just copy it, paste it here. By default the driver is session, is totally fine. We'll be using the same driver. We have to change the key, it will be admin. Got it? Session. And we have to also create a provider. You will find a provider array here. So our provider name will be, let's say, admins. Got it? So we have to create this provider into this provider array. Just copy this one and paste it here. Let's call it admins, and it will use the Eloquent driver, fine, because we created a model, so we'll be using Eloquent. Got it? And we have to add our newly created model, which is admin. Okay, so why we are adding here this model? Because when we were trying to log in or register, by default it is using user stable, right? Now as we are working with a new guard, instead of hitting the user stable, if it's the admin login, in that case it will hit or check corresponding this model or admin table, as you might say. Got it? After that, if scroll a bit, then you will find this password array. Here we have the users, same, do it with it, just paste, copy and paste it. We will call it admins, right? And providers, in here we will add the admins provider, because we created a provider which is admins. Got it? And rest of the thing will be same. Okay, so that's it for our configuration. So I think that's it for this video. We successfully created a guard and also the provider for it. So we'll be seeing how can we use them from the next video. Take care. Okay, so previously we created a separated guard, which is admin guard, and also we added a provider for it, which is admins, right? Now in this video, what we will do, we will create a middleware first, right? And all of our routes will be protected via that middleware. Okay, so first of all, let's create the middleware. So let's open the terminal. Let me clear it up. Now let's run the php artisan make middleware, and I'll call my middleware admin middleware. Got it? Enter. And here, as you can see, it created the middleware. Now along the side, let's create a controller also. php artisan make controller. It will be admin controller. Enter. And here, as you can see, our middleware and the controller has been created. Now first of all, let's open the middleware. Let's collapse everything from here. Now let's go to app http middleware, and here is our admin middleware, right? Open it. So we already discussed about middleware in our middleware video. We know how it's work, right? We have only one method here, which is handle, which will be handling our request. Now first thing what we have to do, we have to register this admin middleware into our kernel, right? So open the kernel, and here we already have this route middleware, right? Here it is. I think this one, yeah. If I go here, we have this route middleware, right? So in here we already defined a middleware. I will just copy it, paste it. If you don't find this route middleware property here, you can just add a protected property, and you will add an array here and register your middleware here. Got it? Okay, so I will name it auth, and our middleware name is admin. Okay, so I registered my middleware here. That means now we can use this middleware in our project. Okay, now let's add our logical part into the middleware. What I'll do, and I already told you in the middleware video, all of the authentication, not the authentication, all the logical parts will go inside the handle method, right? So what I'll do here, I will add a simple if check here. Okay, now here what I'll do, I will add a if is not auth guards it will be guard admin check, and check will be a method. Okay, now what I am doing here, we are getting an error here. I will click on control plus space. It will give me a hint from the VS Code. As you can see, we have to import this class, which is a auth facade. Just click on it. It will import the facade at the top. Eliminate support facade auth, right? So what we are doing here, basically via this auth facade, you can grab the current login user. Okay, so what we are doing here, from the auth class, we are grabbing this, we are calling this guard method, and in the guard we are providing the admin. So we are saying to the Laravel that we want to check a user whose guard is admin. We are not checking guard in we are not checking the web guard actually, because as I said, web is our default guard in our project, and we added a newly created guard which is admin guard. And then we are chaining this check method. Basically it check that if the user is logged in or not, right? So we added here is not. That's mean if the user is not logged in that case what we will do, we will return the user to login page. That's all. Return redirect route, and we have to put here route, and we didn't create the routes yet, but we'll be doing it. So it will be admin, I guess, admin dot login from. Okay, we'll be creating this route and views in little bit later on. For now, just add it here, and also we can pass a message with it. We can add here error, and we can add a message here, please log in first. Okay, now we have to create some routes. Okay, so for that what I'll do is I'll open the let's say not this one, we don't need that one. Close the kernel, we don't need the PHP model, user model. Close this one, and migration also. Okay, now let's open the routes folder. We have some routes here, right? And we have this auth.php route. Got it? Okay, now here what I'll do, I'll create some new routes. So here what I'll do, I will create a route group. Let's create a route group, and let's add here array. Let's add the callback function. Okay, so in here we will be defining our route first. Okay, now let's add here route. First one will be get route, because we will be just returning our login form. Obviously we have to create a separate login page also. We have to create a view page. We'll be doing the view page stuff later on. First of all, let's register our routes. It will be, let's say, login. Okay, and we will call admin controller class, we'll call the index method. Okay, so currently we don't have the method, but we'll be adding it. And let's add a name here. Let's say name will be login. And yeah, if we put it like this, it will conflict with the base logging route, because if I go to top here, there should be a login. Yeah, as you can see, we have a name login, right? So what we will do, we will put this group into a prefix. We already discussed about prefix, route prefix, how to prefix the route URL and name both, right? So I will add a prefix first. Let's see, it was prefix. Okay, so our prefix will be, as we are working with admin, we can add a admin prefix. So it will add this admin prefix to all of our route. It will be like this, admin/login, even though we are not putting here the admin here. So we are putting in the it in the group, so it will automatically add this prefix to all of our route. And also we'll be adding the prefix to our name as well. Otherwise it will get conflict with the previous one. I will add as, so it will name as admin dot. Make sure, look at here what I am writing here, admin dot. So it will be, so this route will be like this. admin dot login, because we are putting this admin dot prefix at our route group, so it will concat this one with our this login. Got it? So our first route is down. Now let's add another one. It will be a post route actually, so we can call it login as well. Login, and copy this one, paste it again, and we can call it login. Okay, now we can put here a name as well. Sorry, it will be name actually, name, and we can call it login, and we can replace this one with index. Okay, this route will only return the view of the login page, so we are calling it index, and this route will handle our authentication part. That's mean we will send a post request, and post request will be handling this method, or you can say we'll be sending the post request to this route, right? Just end this line, and we're getting an error though here. Okay, so I didn't add here the comma. Yeah, error is gone. Now I'll create another route which will be for the dashboard route. After the login, where the user will go, we have to add a path for that also. It will be also a get route, and let's say it will be dashboard. Okay, and so let's copy this portion and paste it here. We can call it dashboard. Got it? Let's put here the name. Name will be let's say dashboard in this line. Okay, now so everything seems fine now here. Okay, so we defined our route. Now also we can work with our front end part as well. Like if I go to front end now and try to visit this route, which is login route. Okay, we have to obviously put this prefix admin first. Let's put here admin slash login. So what we will get? We will get an error obviously, because we don't have the method here. As you can see, it is saying that controller index doesn't exist. Okay, so let's fix it. Let's fix it. We have to define this methods. So first of all, let's start with the index. So let's add here index, and what we will return here, currently we will be not returning anything from here. Just copy it, paste it again. After that we have the login, and obviously as it is a post request, so we have to add here request. Then after that what we have, I can copy this one and I can put here dashboard, and yeah, it seems fine for us. Now what we can do, we can work with the front end. So when we will hit the index, index out, it will send us the index view, or you can say logging view. Got it? So let's create some views and other stuff. Okay, now what I'll do, I already showed you that where our authentication, or you can say logging system views are. Inside the resource folder we have the views folder, and we have this auth folder, right? In the auth folder we have all of our views and other stuff. Now from here we need this logging blade. Okay, so here as you can see we have this logging blade, and what we can do, we can use this one. Actually you can also copy this folder, create a separated folder for admin. It is fine, but basically design will be same. We'll be just changing this form route. So currently it is submitting the form, this logging route. In our case, when the admin will try to log in, it will submit the form into the admin logging route, right? Okay, so let's create another folder. It will be more good for us. Okay, so I will create a admin folder. Okay, or even you can create this folder inside this auth folder. Okay, now in the auth folder I'll create a new folder which will be logging.blade.php. Got it? And let's open this logging blade and copy everything from here, and let's go to logging blade inside the admin folder and paste it here. Got it? Now here if I scroll a bit, you'll find this form. Okay, So in the form action we had this login route, right? This is basically the route, this one. If I go to top in the auth route file, here as you can see we have this logging route. So it is basically calling this one, not this one actually, this one, the post one. Got it? Now what I'll do, I will add our one, which is admin.login. Got it? Now let's go back to controller again, and in the controller from here we will just return view, and our view is inside auth admin login. As you can see, VS Code is giving us hint, so it is auth admin login. We're getting the underline, that's mean our path is right. Now let's go to front end, and we're currently at the admin/login. Let's refresh this page and see what happened. Look at here, we're getting the login page. Okay, now here we can add any kind of identifier text type of stuff, like this is the admin login page, otherwise we will not understand what is happening here, right? So we can put here, I guess, h11 admin login, something like this. Let's refresh this. Okay, so here we are getting this portion, right? I can make it bold actually, and I can add a BR for a break. Okay, so now it is looking good actually. So here we are getting admin login. By that we know that we are currently at the admin login page, right? If I want to go to user login, so I can just hit the login page, so it will give us the only login page. But now if I go here admin/login, it will give us the admin login page. So from here admin can log in into his account, right? But if a user want to access his account via this login system, he will not able to. So we have to add more logic inside of it. We'll be doing it later on. For now, just create all of this stuff. Okay, so we added our logging blade. Now we need a dashboard also. Okay, so we have to need a dashboard design. So when we will handle the logging part after user login, we have to redirect the user to dashboard. So currently when we are logging into the user account, you saw that we are redirecting to a separated page, I mean dashboard page. So similar to that, we have to create a dashboard page for our admin as well. Got it? So I will just copy this one, paste it here, and let's go to bottom. Here as you can see in the views folder we have this dashboard.blade.php, right? So I will just copy this one, paste it again, and what I will do is I will replace this one and I will call it admin-dashboard. Okay, so this will be our admin dashboard, and I can change it to admin dashboard. Got it? So yeah, we can remove return this one from the controller side. So let's open this one, and we have the dashboard. We can call it admin dashboard. Okay, so here it's the underline, that means it's fine. Now if I try to access this dashboard, let's see. If I go here, dashboard, we have a route, right? Let's see. Okay, so we are getting an error, and the error is coming from here because we are not logged in currently. Let's go to dashboard blade again. Let's see. It is basically extending a layout which is X app layout, right? So currently what I'll do, I will just comment it out. We'll be fixing it later on. For now, we don't want to handle any kind of logical stuff. We'll be handling it our next video. So here as you can see, we're getting this text, you are logged in, right? If I add any kind of other text here, let's say logged in to admin dashboard, and go here, refresh this page, you'll be seeing that we are getting the text, though our design is not working, but we'll be working with it later on. Now we have our dashboard page as well. Okay, so that's it for this video. In the next video, we'll be implementing the middleware into our routes, and we have to also handle our login part. So if I go to controller, our this method is empty, and if I go to admin, which is our route file, here as you can see we have this post routes where we will be posting our logging credential. So that's it for this video. I'll be seeing you at the next. So in this video, we'll be working with our logical part of the logging system, right? So in previous video, we added some routes and also we created the views. We are returning the logging view and also the dashboard view. If I show you, if I go to my browser, if I hit the admin dashboard, so as you can see here, we have this text: you are logged in into admin dashboard, right? But we're currently not logged in. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to protect this dashboard route with our middleware. So in previously we created a admin middleware, right? So we have to protect it with it, because no one can access the admin the dashboard route without login. Okay, so let's open the code editor, and what I'll do here, we have our dashboard route, right? So in here we'll be implementing the middleware. So middleware, and our middleware name was admin. Okay, now if I go here and try to access this route now, if I refresh, okay, so here it is saying that admin class doesn't exist. Let me see where it is coming from. Okay, let me check the middleware first. So let's collapse everything from here. Let's open the app, http middlewares, the admin middleware. Okay, so yeah, I guess yeah, our route name is wrong, so it will be admin login, right? Because we added a route into our auth, which is login, not here. Actually, we have to put it into the index, not the login, admin index. Or we can be more specific. Exactly, we can call it login index. Actually, login dot index. Got it? Just copy this portion, copy it. Let's go here and paste it here. Got it? Login index. Obviously we have to add the admin prefix, as we are working with the admin. Now let's check it out. Now let's try to access the dashboard route. Let's wait a bit. We're still getting the issue, so what I'll do is I will add here dd hello. Let's check out, are we getting it here? Refresh. Okay, I guess we are not entering into our this if condition, right? So something is wrong into our kernel, I guess. Let's check the kernel also. Open the kernel. Yeah, look at here, I made a mistake. It will not be auth, it will be admin actually. So that's the reason why it is showing error, right? And let's check out the class, and I guess the class is also fine. Yeah, class is also fine. Now let's go here and try to access this one. Now as you can see, we are getting the hello. So what I'll do, I'll remove this diagram from here. So our issue has been resolved. Now if I try to access the dashboard, let's see what happened. Look at here, we're logging redirect to our admin login route. So here, as you can see, we're getting the form title admin login. That means we're currently at the admin login form, right? Now we can throw a error here as well, like let's see, because when we are redirecting, we are also passing a error here, please logging first, right? So if the user want to access, try to access a protected route, protected via this middleware by in that case, we will redirect the user to the admin login page, and also we will show this error that please login first for visit the route, something like that. Okay, so what I'll do is let's see, let's go to our blade file, so login.blade.php, which is inside the admin folder. Okay, so here what I can do is, we have these error components here. Rate 60. I'll just copy this class. Okay, so just close this up, or also I can use this one. Actually, let me check out this component input error. So it is checking the message inside of, no, we cannot use that, we have to modify it. So what I'll do, I will, as I was saying, I will just copy this portion from here. I mean, just the class, just close it up. After that, let's go to top. Here is our title where we are showing the admin login text. Here what I'll do, I will add a if condition. Now you can do it any method you like. Actually, I'm just showing you the process. Okay, so what we was doing here in the middleware, if I go to kernel middleware here, when we are redirecting the user to login page, we are throwing a error. I mean, we are passing a error also, which will go to our session, right? We can add it here actually. So let's go here in the login. So we will check the session call the helper function session has. Now we will key the error. Okay, if we have this error key in the session, what we will do, we will add a, let's say, span, and let's add a class here, and class will be the class we copied from this error input. Got it? And in here we will just show the error message which we can get from session get, and we can put the key name, which is error. Got it? Now let's check it out. Let's try to access the dashboard again without login, and here we are redirect to our login page. Here, as you can see, we are getting a text here, please login fast, right? So we're still, I mean, we are also showing the errors as well. Got it? Now what I'll do is, in previously, if you recall, from our dashboard, if I open our dashboard that we created, admin dashboard, this one, we comment this out, right? Because it was throwing us some errors. But now the error was because we wasn't logged in, right? Now we protected our route. Now that's mean without login we cannot access the dashboard page, right? So we are now secured. So what I did, I just uncomment the command part. Just close this up. We don't need that. And let me see here. We will be working with this logging form. Got it? So here we have the logging route. Fine, we are using the CSIF token, which is also fine because we are basically using the post method, right? Now we have to check it out. We added the route, so let's go to controller. Here we already added the request here. So what I'll do, I will just diagram request. We call the on method, so it will give all of our input values. Got it? So I will put here some dummy contents. Let's add some dummy contents. Click on login and look at here. We're getting our data here, right? Okay, so as we are getting our data, now what we can do, we can try to attempt to log in. Got it? But we'll be using the admin table this time. If I go to my database manager, refresh this page, here as you can see we have the admin table, which is exactly copy like the user table, because we copied everything from the user table. Got it? Okay, now when we will try to log in with admin, it will check the credential inside the admin table, because we'll be using admin guard. Will be not using the web guard. So when we created the admin guard, we also provided the provider where the model was admin, if you recall, right? So yeah, let's do it then. And obviously we haven't any kind of data into our admin table right now, so we cannot test the login yet, but we'll be creating a seeder for it. So we'll be initializing a dummy data at first, then we'll try to log in with it. Got it? Okay, so I'll remove this portion, the diagram portion. Now I'll write the logical part of our logging system. Got it? Okay, so it will be easy. I will add a if condition here and auth : as we will be logging with our admin guard, so it will be guard, and we have to provide the guard name, which will be admin. Got it? Then we will try to attempt to log in. Attempt. Okay, and in the array, first of all, what we are getting here, in the response, we are getting the email and the password, right? So first of all, let's add the email. So in the attempt, we will add email and in here we have to put the email value, so we can grab our email value from the request email. Got it? After that we have the password, so let's add the password here, and we will add our password, which can we get from password. And also we can pass, no, we don't need to add it here because we will have to only add the email and password inside this attempt method. Got it? So if attempt is successful, in that case it will provide us true. And make sure you import this auth class, control plus space, and it will VS Code is giving me the suggestion. Click on auth. This is basically auth facade here, as you can see, facade auth. Make sure you import it, otherwise it will not work. So as I was saying, this attempt will give us true if the attempt is successful. In that case, what we will do, we will redirect the user to our dashboard page. Got it? So return and redirect, then we can put here the route will be admin.dashboard, this one. Got it? Now we can also pass the message, so we can add a success message. Let's add here, sorry, can add here a comma and login successful. Okay, so we will show this one, otherwise we will add a else part. If the attempt is unsuccessful, so we'll return, sorry, we have to return back and with error, and error will be invalid email or words. Got it? Let's end this line. So this will be our validation, I mean login validation. So when we will submit a form, submit the request from the form for login, we'll be first of all checking the credentials. We'll be trying to attempt to logging the user on admin guard. Look here, we are using the admin guard, we are not using the web guard that is using by default authentication system, which is for the users. So we are working with the admin, so we are putting here admin guard, and we are trying to attempt in admin dashboard, right? If it's successful, in that case it will redirect our user to the dashboard page, otherwise it will redirect to our error page, right? So everything is set. Now we have to check it out. So before checking out, we have to obviously create some data into the database, right? So now let's seed some data into our admin table, right? So first of all, I'll create a seeder for it. So let's go to terminal and I'll call php artisan make seeder, and it will be admin, sorry, seeder. Okay, press enter. It will create a seeder inside database seeders. Here it is. So let's check it out. Let's go to database seeders, and here we have the admin seeder.php, right? So in here we'll be putting our seeder, the seeder data. So first of all, what we have to do, we have to call, we have to create a data, and we'll be creating only one data for now. So I will add a variable admin is equals to, let's call a model which is admin models. Okay, so we have to create an instance of it, so I will put here new. Okay, now we'll be creating the data. Let me check it out. Let's go here and let's go to table. Actually, here as you can see, we have a name column, email column, email verified, we don't need that. We have the password column, right? So we have to fill this three field, name, email and password. So we have to add the credentials. Got it? So what we will do, we will call the admin, name of the admin will be, let's say, admin user. Got it? In this line. Now after that, what we can do is admin, then we can call the email. Our admin email will be admin@gmail.com. okay, so this will be our admin email, and password will be admin passwords. Password will be let's say password, we have to put here hash password. Actually, we cannot use here 1 2 or anything, I mean human readable anything. We have to add the hash password here. So what I'll do is I'll open the factory. In the factory you'll find this user factory.php. Open it. Here we have a factory for basic user, and look at here in the password we have a hash password here, right? And this password is basically this password string that is has been hashed, right? So I'll just copy this one, this string. Let's go to our this one, the admin seeder. Okay, so I made a typo here. I'll be fixing it. For now, just paste our the hash, and also you can add here the command. This strings mean this password, right? So okay, now we'll be just saving it. Admin save. Okay, that's all we have to do. Now what I'll do, I will fix this class name. It will be seeder. Okay, we have to change the name also, name of the file, seeder. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to register the seeder into the database seed. Okay, let's open it, and what we'll do in this run method, we will add here this call, and in here we will add our seeder file, which is admin seeder class. So it will just call this class, and in the class, as you know, that we have our query where we are adding this dummy data into our database. Now let's seed this one. So let's add php artisan seed, dbc, enter, and here as you can see it seeded our admin seeder. It was running, then it is showing done. That means our data has been seeded. Let me check it out. Let's go to database manager, collapse it, refresh this page, open it. Let's open the admin, go to data, look at here, we have a one new data, admin user email. Here is our email address, admin@gmail.com, and here is the password, right? So now we have a admin user into our admin table. That means we can try this user's credential for login. So let's check out that everything is working or not. I mean our logging system. Let's go here, let's go back first. We can just go to admin login. First of all, let's add some dummy content here, demo@gmail.com. let's put some password, click on login, and as you can see here we're getting this invalid message, invalid email or password. That's mean our controller is responsible for that, so it is handling here in the controller. As you can see, we are checking the we are trying to attempt to log in with this guard admin. So if it's failed, we're returning this error. Okay, we're returning the user back to the login page and showing this error, right? Okay, now let's try to add some real data, real credential that we just created. So it was admin@gmail.com, the email, and the password was password. Okay, now if I click on login, let's see what happened. And here as you can see, we are successfully logged into our dashboard. Though we are getting some issues here, it's kind of obvious. Look at here, it is trying to access the username, right? It is using this auth facade, calling this user property, not the property method, and from there it is calling the name, right? But this is for the web guard. I told you many times that we are testing against, I mean Laravel by default use WebGuard for access everything. So it is trying to access the user name from the users table. That's mean it is by default using the WebGuard as his default guard. Now we have to mention that we don't want to do that. We want to access the admin guard because we are logged with the admin, right? Okay. So let's fix it. So our error is coming from this file, right? I mean it is coming from this navigation blade.php view layouts navigation, right? So let's go to our code editor and let's find the view folder, resource, views, then we have the layouts folder, then we have this navigation folder. Now let's check out the line number. It is 26. Got it. So 26 from here, right? So what I'll do here, I will add a if condition here. If let's say auth colon guard guard admin check. Okay, in that case what we will do, we will just cut it, paste it here. If it's admin, so we will just access the admin guard here, and from the admin we will first of all select the guard which is admin, then we will access the user from it, right? So it will indicate that indicate to Laravel that we are using the admin guard. That means we have to call the admin table. We'll be taking, we'll be grabbing the name from the admin table, not the user tables. And in here we can add else if, and in the else if we can just copy this portion and paste it here, and either we can just remove it from here like this. We can just add check, or we can add here wave. By default, as I said, it will be wave, so we don't have to worry about it. Paste it here, and we can just remove this portion. Got it? We will directly check the user. Obviously we can add the guard specified here wave, but by default it will check the wave guard, so it's not that necessary. Now let's check it out. Let's go here, refresh this page. Let's see, are we getting more error here? Okay, so we have another error into this 82 number line, where it is also in the navigation. Let's fix it also. What I'll do, I will just copy this entire portion because it is also showing the name right here. So what I'll do is I will go to this number line 82, right? 82. Here is the 82, and here we are showing the name and also the email as well. So I will just put it here, our if conditions and other stuff. So just cut this portion from here, or we can just we can cut it, no worries about that. I'll just replacing it with it, paste it here and here as well. So if it's wave, so it will run this one, otherwise we will just add the card here. So let's put this card here, just add an arrow here, add an arrow. Okay, now it should work. Let me check it out again. We have profile edit and other stuff. Fine, let's go here, refresh this page. Look at here, we are now at the admin dashboard. So we successfully created our login system. Got it? So in here we have some stuff that we have to change, but I'll be not going deeper because we have the profile update feature. You know how to do that, right? I'll be just showing you the logout feature, okay? Because if I go on through this profile feature, it will take way more time. The video will get lengthy, okay? The playlist will get lengthy. So our logging system is working fine, right? We're currently at the admin dashboard because we are logged in with the admin guard. That means we are currently a admin, not a normal user, right? So that's it for this video. I hope you understand. In the next video, perhaps we'll be working with the registration part. We have to cover it also. Then we will work with the logout part. Got it? So see you at the next